Right. The last theme is the purposes and design of our book, one of humanity's darkest hours. I can clearly say that it is a living curriculum, a profoundly immersive educational experience created with one of unwavering mission to ensure that what happened then will never happen again. Meticulously designed as more than a historical account, this work invites readers on an interactive journey, and that speaks to the minds, the hearts of a new generation. It is, above all, a curriculum with a conscience. Each chapter is carefully structured to maximize educational and emotional impact through a powerful blend of rigorous historical analysis and intimate personal testimony. The book traces the dangers or the dangerous rise of anti-Semitism, the systematic mechanism of genocide, and the devastating suffering of millions. Yet, even as it recounts these horrors, the narrative also uplifts stories of extraordinary resistance, moral courage, and the will to survive. And it is a solemn tribute to the resilience of human spirit. What sets this work apart is its innovation design. Built for the digital age, the book integrates advanced QR codes throughout its pages. These are not embellishments, they are portals. Each scan opens a doorway to survive, testimonies, archival videos, footage, expert commentary, and even a direct interactive conversation with Holocaust survivor Samuel Bykov through an AI-powered chatbot. Samuel is not a distant figure of the past. He is a teacher of conscience. As a child, he survived the Bogdanovka massacre in Transnistria. His story is not a statistic, it is a scaring reminder of what unchecked hatred can do. His voice is woven throughout this book as both a witness and guide. In classrooms, synagogues, churches, universities, prisons, military academies, and community centers worldwide. In each of these spaces, the book serves as a bridge between history and humanity, between memory and mission, between sorrow and enduring strength of purpose. We begin with history, but we end in humanity. We lead readers from propaganda to the ghettos, from the gas chambers to the legacy of survival. And through it all, we insist on one principle. Those names must replace numbers. Again, those names must replace numbers. That dignity must replace dehumanization. That truth must replace silence. This is not a book of despair. It is a book of defiance. It teaches facts, but also empathy. It imparts history, but also moral clarity. It challenges readers not only to remember, but to respond. Because education, when guided by truth, is the most potent antidote for hatred. This book is an antidote. It inculcates against anti-Semitism, racism, bigotry, and ignorance, not by presenting facts alone, but by cultivating understanding, connection, responsibility. The Holocaust was not solely a Jewish tragedy. It was a human tragedy. And the fight against anti-Semitism is not a Jewish fight. It is a human obligation. As you read, teach, and reflect and share this book, may you be reminded of the following. We are not just preserving history. We are preserving repetition. Let this book be your guide, your mirror, your charge. Let it affirm that silence is complicity, that memory is resistance, and that education is the path of liberation. We're starting something new which stems from this book. It's a 10-series volume that we're working on. It's called Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg is a groundbreaking educational series of the Holocaust and the rise, it talks about the rise of Nazism in Germany. One of humanity's darkest hours is more than just a book. It is a complete curriculum, a gateway to understanding the Holocaust through an academic, moral, and historical lens. This volume serves as the central prelude to our 10-volume series titled Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg is explicitly designed for high school students, educators, and advanced middle school learners, including 8th graders. It is the top gun, the bling bling of Holocaust education, richly illustrated with photographs, vivid imagery, and compelling visuals. This series transforms complex history into engaging and accessible journey for learners of all backgrounds. It's history with clarity, power, and purpose. This extraordinary 10-volume series comes from a sophisticated and comprehensive exploration of one of the most defining and devastating periods in human history, the Holocaust. The Holocaust and the rise of Third Reich. It is a journey through time that illuminates the resilience, strategic rebuilding, and eventually the radicalization of the post-World War I Germany. In the shadow of economic collapse, national humiliation, as Dr. Sophie talked about earlier, rapidly transforming itself into a formidable force socially, economically, and militarily. Central to this transformation was Adolf Hitler's chilling manipulation of national despair. Blitzkrieg, then, lays bare how a single man to the ruthless use of propaganda, mass fear, and a tightly controlled narrative captivated and coerced the entire population. This manipulation led to the occupation of 17 countries in under 2 years, achieved through the German army. 2 years. The Nazi Party was able to capture Poland in less than 30 days through its blitzkrieg. So, which involved, in doing so, they took 3 million foot soldiers, more than 2,500 aircrafts, and 3,000 tanks and armored vehicles. The swiftness and the precision of this campaign stunned the world, giving rise to the term blitzkrieg, which translates to lightning war. So our Blitzkrieg 10-volume series reveals the hidden costs and human toil. It examines how unchecked prejudice, power, and myth-making led to catastrophe consequences, not only for Europe, but for humanity as a whole. Through detailed case studies, primary sources, and reflective prompts, students, educators, and avid learners will now gain a deep understanding of the mechanism of genocide, the psychology of mass manipulation, and the enduring importance of resistance, morality, and memory. Blitzkrieg now will be a moment in education. It offers young minds the tools to confront understanding the power of narrative and prevent history's darkness chapters from repeating. It is an invitation to examine the past with honesty, so we may build a future with integrity. We invite you to join us on this profound journey, one that traverses despair, power, propaganda, and ultimately a greater understanding of the resilience of the human spirit, and amid overwhelming darkness. So, ladies and gentlemen, from this new book, we'll have a 10-volume series called Blitzkrieg. So I ask you to stay tuned. Thank you.